In for a super quick, off the couch, unplanned for video. Well, technically not unplanned. It's something I was considering doing the other day, and I didn't. And I guess this might even be clickbaity for some of you fucking guys. Clickbaity for some of you guys that know him for his notorious reasons. And anyway, Kenny over at Humble Performance, the guy that does the camera work, the voice of Home Performance, the guy that does most of the social media stuff. I just want to say, if you're a Honda nut and you want an interesting follow, that guy's an interesting follow. Now, he does manage to piss off quite a bit of people, but I still think there's some good shit to see in there. For my regular timeline feed, there is nobody whose shit that I click on and read through comments except his. And it's pretty routine to see him say like anything and watch the fucking thread blow up to like 200 comments, because he deliberately triggers people. And it's easy for him to trigger people because there's a lot of people that don't like him for some of the shit that he says. And he's very it's hard to say. Like, I still haven't had my chance to meet him yet. 2020 was all fucked up from travel plans. Travel plans got shot there. 2021, we're still kind of dealing with that a little bit. Still a little bit sketch. So I haven't really made any plans yet set in stone to go out there and meet Kenny and Alex and everybody, but eventually. But in the meantime, not only just for like the controversial shit that he says that watch everybody lose their fucking mind, is that quite often car relevant topics and conversations come up, and Kenny has a good way of wording a lot of things, and also it's just like a lot of shit that I agree with. And there's everyone, and also occasionally I get like crumbs sprinkled in, like little bits of shit that I just didn't know, that I don't know about. So like the other day I posted a screenshot about the whole nitro meth being like a 70 to 80% power adder, which is 100% explains why we see 600 horsepower NA engines. I mean, if you're running fucking like 400 horsepower on a fucking NA build that's like just running M1, then you bump it up to nitro meth and you're seeing a 70-80% gain off of that. That's insane. So it really puts things into perspective. But anyway, I'm just scrolling through right now my timeline. I saw earlier today him posting like pet peeves of mine that I hate to hear people say, and one of the things on there that caught my eye right away was the whole fully built, because that used to be like, that used to get under my skin nasty, bro. I used to like smash people for that, because there's always one thing you can immediately call on right away to say that you're not fully built. The crank is always stock. The crank is usually always stock. And I would say if you've knife edged your crank, then I would consider that because you've modified your stock part or whatnot. It didn't come from the factory that way, so it's modified. But and then I went back and I'm scrolling through again, and of course that thread is blown up now, and I'm just scrolling through real quick, and then somebody's like, well, what's the proper term if you can't say fully built? What's the proper way to describe an engine? And Kenny's like, just saying it's built. Yeah, that's it. The engine is built. It's not fully built. Fully means everything, all. And if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, you could even complain that they're nitpick at the block itself being not an aftermarket thing. So anyway, but that's besides the point. It doesn't bother me so much anymore, but it used to back in the day. And then scrolling through, just quick little pass through the comments, I saw somebody else talking about another bad peeve of mine, and it's still a peeve of mine because it comes up when people talk about it. They talk about it in a way that they when they say these things, they're saying it matter of fact, and they're saying it like this is the way it is, but it's an immediate tell to understand that person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And it's when they're talking about turbo PSI. Oh, this PSI is too much, or this PSI is too little, or this PSI is fine, or whatnot, when you're not even taking into factor consider the size of the turbo and all that good shit. So, there's a million different turbos out there. Even clones of other turbos don't run exactly the same because they don't use the exact same parts to get to where they are. But anyway, it's just a little shout out if you're a car guy and you're not already following him and you want to be entertained, because everybody's in here on Facebook or whatnot has to be following at least one group or person or some shit that they just watch because they can grab their bucket of fucking popcorn on a slow, busy, boring day and just watch what's going on. And Kenny's that guy for me. He's entertaining as shit. Yeah, so that's it. Quick little shout out real quick, and I guess I'll see you all next time I get a fucking itch to make another video. Peace.